In a keynote address delivered at the ARC conference, a gathering organized by the Hard-Right Alliance for Responsible Citizenship, prominent podcaster Konstantin, Kisin advanced a controversial assertion that identity politics and multiculturalism are two failed experiments. This statement, characteristic of Kisin's often provocative public pronouncements, capped off a week of intense scrutiny for the podcaster. His speech, while not directly addressing the recent controversy sparked by his comments regarding Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, further fueled the debate surrounding his political views and their implications. Kisin's characteristic wit was on full display at the ARC conference. He delivered one of his frequently repeated jokes, quipping, "I love this country, and I say so publicly, which is how you know I still haven't integrated into British culture." This self-deprecating humor, however, belies a more serious underlying message, one that frequently underscores his perspective on national identity and cultural assimilation. Following his speech, Kisin engaged with a journalist on the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, to clarify his stance. Responding to criticism, he stated, "The moron industrial complex is desperately trying to fabricate outrage over the fact that I said there is a difference between being British, an umbrella imperial identity into which we can all integrate, as I have done, and being English, which is a group that, at the very least, has an ethnicity dimension." This statement further elucidates his conception of British identity as a broad, overarching concept, distinct from more specific ethnic or regional identities. His assertion highlights a complex understanding of national belonging, one that emphasizes the possibility of integration while simultaneously acknowledging the persistence of ethnic and cultural distinctions. The use of the term moron industrial complex reveals a deep-seated skepticism towards what he perceives as manufactured outrage and politically motivated criticism. Kisin's personal background provides a compelling context for understanding his political trajectory. Born in the Soviet Union, he later attended a Bristol boarding school, a stark contrast to his early life experiences. This juxtaposition of backgrounds highlights a significant shift in his life and likely informs his appreciation for the freedoms and opportunities available in Western societies. Initially making his mark as a comedian, Kisin has since transitioned into the realm of political commentary and podcasting. As co-host of the popular podcast Trigonometry, alongside fellow comedian Francis Foster, Kisin reaches a vast audience of 1.25 million subscribers. The podcast boasts a diverse range of guests, from prominent figures on the political right, such as Nigel Farage of Reform UK, to more centrist voices, like former Conservative MP Rory Stewart. The inclusion of controversial Canadian psychologist and cultural commentator Jordan Peterson further underscores the podcast's wide-ranging appeal and its exploration of diverse viewpoints on contemporary social and political issues. His foray into authorship has further cemented his public presence. His Sunday Times bestseller, An Immigrant's Love Letter to the West *, presents a nuanced perspective on the West's grappling with its historical legacy, particularly regarding slavery and colonialism. Kisin argues that a pervasive sense of guilt hinders productive discourse on these complex topics. The book itself is interwoven with personal anecdotes, offering a glimpse into his family history, including his experiences with repression and persecution in the Soviet Union. This deeply personal narrative underscores his commitment to the defense of free speech, a commitment deeply rooted in his family's own struggles against oppression. Further illuminating his political evolution, Kisin's father, a former junior minister in Boris Yeltsin's government, emigrated to the UK, suggesting a familial experience with political upheaval and the complexities of navigating different political systems. This adds another layer of context to Kisin's current pronouncements. Kisin himself acknowledges a significant shift in his political outlook. In a recent YouTube video, he articulated his opposition to certain Democratic policies concerning transgender issues and expressed relief at Donald Trump's victory in the U.S. presidential election, stating, "If opposing this insanity makes me right-wing, then so be it. The choice is between civilization and people who think men can give birth. Everything else is fluff." This declaration openly positions him within a particular ideological spectrum, thereby further engaging in the ongoing debates surrounding gender identity and political affiliation. The stark and somewhat provocative phrasing underscores the intensity of his conviction on these matters. His statement suggests a growing concern about what he perceives as a decline in societal norms and values. The rhetorical flourish of labeling alternative viewpoints as insanity is emblematic of the heated nature of contemporary political discourse. His simplification of complex issues into a binary choice between civilization and a perceived threat highlights the divisive nature of the current political climate, a climate in which Kisin is actively participating and contributing to through his various media platforms.